That was decent.
Yeah, that was kind of spicy.
An above-average start from a below-average deck.
Hey, be nice.
There's a better way to say that. A win percentagely challenged deck.
Like your opening hand?
Hey!
Hi, Sigi here, and welcome to another episode of the Laboratory Maniacs. I'll be going first today, and I'm playing my Thrasios and Tymna Hermit's Breakfast list. This deck seeks to combine two of the most mana-efficient and therefore fast combos in the entire format, namely Hermit Druid and Flash Hulk, to consistently threaten wins from turn 2 onwards. Hermit's Breakfast usually has one goal: trying to get your whole library into your graveyard as quickly and early as possible to dread return either Necrotic Ooze or Laboratory Maniac. Alright, let's move on to my opening hand. I got Misty Rainforest, Tundra, Overgrown Tomb, Lotus Petal, Noble Hierarch, Cephalid Illusionist, and Swansong. Keeping this hand certainly wasn't for the faint of heart, so to say. I basically went for a big gamble. If I was going to be able to get my second piece for the Cephalid Breakfast combo, or a tutor to find it early, I was going to be in great shape. If I don't find one, however, I'm probably not going to do much of anything. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Hello again, Cameron here. Today I'm going second, and I'm piloting Kydel and Bruce Tarl, Jeskai Ascendancy and EDH. It is a bit of a glass cannon. Some people have called it a mad science experiment. It is really fun to pilot, but I'm still working on getting it consistent, and I hope today I'll be able to get some consistency out of this. So the core of the Jeskai Ascendancy combo is Jeskai Ascendancy itself. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, your creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn and untap them. Additionally, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So what does this do? It untaps all of our mana dorks and draws cards. We do discard cards, so it gives us some card selection, but it also makes Kydel tap for more mana. So if we can get a Jeskai Ascendancy down and we have a few mana dorks, we can cast spells that draw us cards so that we draw more cards and we have more mana to then cast more spells that draw us more cards and generate more mana, with the goal of hopefully getting to our win conditions. Well, we've got a few different ways. Because we're in Singleton, we need to work on different ways to untap. So on top of Jeskai Ascendancy, we have Intruder Alarm, we have Dramatic Reversal and Isochron Scepter, we have Paradox Engine, and we have Aggravated Assault. Yes, Aggravated Assault. It is paired nicely with Skyshroud Elf, which lets us convert colorless mana into red or white mana, and then we can fuel Aggravated Assault from Kydel tapping, so that we can generate even more mana. Now from that, our real goal is to either win through aggro beats by making all our guys really big with Jeskai Ascendancy, and then casting Bruce and giving things double strike and attacking, or through a Blue Sun Zenith targeting different players. If we can start generating a lot of mana, we can eventually draw into either a tutor to get a actual win condition in our hand, or we can get a Staff of Domination. The Domination lets us generate infinite mana through Kydel. All we have to do is draw 4 extra cards in a turn. How difficult is that? Not really. A Brainstorm gets us 3. Almost any of our card draw spells can do this. So it's actually fairly easy to get Kydel at a point where she generates an infinite amount of mana for us. And then we can work towards drawing the rest of our deck, drawing a Blue Sun Zenith, and Blue Sun Zenithing out all of our opponents. So the core of the deck is mana dorks, some card draw spells, and a ton of ways of untapping all your dudes. So some of the consistency things is sometimes you never draw any card draw spells. Well, it happens. It's singleton formats, and it's kind of why this is a bit of a mad experiment. And let's look at my opening hand. Got a Frantic Search, an Arbor Elf, a Plateau, a Rattleclaw Mystic, a Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, a Treasure Cruise, and a Faithless Looting. We can cast one thing. That's Faithless Looting. We don't really have great mana. Yeah, I shipped this back. I got my second 7, and I was floored. This is amazing. I got a Birds of Paradise, a Wheel of Fortune, a Noble Hierarch, a Mana Crypt, a City of Brass, a Jeskai Ascendancy, and a Concordant Crossroads. This is crazy. So we've got a good land in City of Brass that gets us all our colors. We've got a Mana Crypt, we've got Mana Dorks, and we've got a Haste Enabler. So once we actually get enough mana to put Kydel down, she can tap the turn she comes out. This is a total keep. I mean, and then once we drop all of our Mana Dorks out, which I expect we'll do on like turn 2, we also have Jeskai Ascendancy. And then we can Wheel of Fortune. So we've got a lot of stuff all going really great for us in this hand. I'm going to keep it, and hopefully we don't get turn 1 hulked. See you in game.
Hey everybody, this is cobblepott. Today I'm going to be playing an experimental brew that I've been toying around with here and there. This is Nekusar Curiosity. And yes, it is a curiosity. It's a Grixis ad nauseum storm list, but instead of running a 4 CMC dead card as its win con, like Aetherflux Reservoir or Tendrils, it instead leverages pingers like Gutter Snipe or Firebrand Archer or Reckless Fireweaver or Nekusar, and combines them with curiosity effects such that you are able to generate an enormous amount of incidental card advantage that even if you don't wind up getting your main target cards like Ad Nauseam or Mind's Desire or Notion Thief and a Wheel, you are able to power through and go through disruption or chain arbitrarily long until you are able to put something together where you're just going to be able to say, I win. That said, this is not a combo deck. This isn't a deck that is saying, okay, my first tutor is going to be looking for Firebrand Archer or for Curiosity. That's not what this is about. You are still basically playing a Storm game. You're looking for Ad Nauseam or you're looking for Notion Thief or whatever. But along the way, it is extremely likely that you are going to be able to put a pinger together with a curiosity effect. And once that happens, you don't even need to worry about going the rest of the typical Storm route. If you get an Ancestral Recall for every instant sorcery and artifact that you cast, it's going to be really, really hard to lose. So it's been a fun deck so far, and we will see how it goes. My opening hand was Command Tower, Lotus Petal, Dispel, Firebrand Archer, Gorilla Shaman, Sigil of Sleep, and Impulse. Now, I wound up shipping this hand because it's only got one land, and it's got Lotus Petal as the only artifact ramp, and there's not really any gas here, there's no tutor here, so there's not any way to really capitalize on what it is that we're trying to do in a Storm or an Ad Nauseam game. So I wound up shipping this, and the second 7 wound up being a lot better. The second 7 was Bloodstained Mire, Verdant Catacombs, Imperial Seal, Lotus Petal, Reckless Fireweaver, Wheel of Fortune, and Grim Monolith. Now this one looks a whole lot better. We got 2 lands that can fetch whatever colors we need. It's got an Imperial Seal, so we can tutor for something first turn. It's got a Lotus Petal. We've got a Reckless Fireweaver, just in case we incidentally happen to find a Curiosity effect. It's got a Wheel of Fortune, which is something we always want to have in an opening hand. And it's got a Grim Monolith. So we're going to be able to cast an ad nauseum if we choose to go and get that firsthand. So this looks pretty good, and depending on what the other players open with, there's a couple of different lines that we can take, and we will see how it goes.
Hey everybody, Dan here. This week I'm going to be playing a cEDH Brood Tyrant list based heavily off of Lime Blue's deck that he's been working on for a while now. I think I made like 1 or 2 changes, but the deck is basically just his core. So it is a cEDH Brood Tyrant combo list that is not including any Protean Hulk combos, like Sigi and Lil Brother's All Nightmare Long deck that they've been working on. So we still have Hermit Druid combos with Necrotic Ooze, Walking Ballista, and the works. We still have Food Chain combos to mill our deck with cEDH and do Necrotic Ooze and Walking Ballista and the works. We also have Phyrexian Devourer options with Walking Ballista, so we can Buried Alive for Necrotic Ooze, Walking Ballista, and Phyrexian Devourer, and kill everybody that way with a single reanimation spell. All in all, it's a fast deck, it's an awesome deck, and I like it a lot. So let's talk about opening hands. The first 7 I drew was a Necromancy, Shred Memory, Walking Ballista, Yavimaya Coast, Memories Journey, Marsh Flats, and Mental Misstep. This isn't great. My mana's mediocre. I have a really slow tutor to a fast win in Shred Memory, but I have no way of getting there just in my hand. Necromancy doesn't really do much here. Memories Journey doesn't do anything here. Misstep is fine. Walking Ballista in hand kind of stinks. All in all, this hand is not very good, so I shipped it. The next 7 I saw was a Shallow Grave, Bloodstained Mire, Soul Ring, Dig Through Time, Lotus Petal, Bayou, and Birds of Paradise. This is also junk. There's no quick kill here. The best dig we have is Literal Dig, and it's going to be like 4 turns before I can get to that mana. So this is no good either. Let's see what I have at 6. Marsh Flats, Dig Through Time, Flusterstorm, Misty Rainforest, Gemstone Caverns, and a Flooded Strand. This is also really bad. If I want any value off Gemstone Caverns, I have to choose to give up interaction or the ability to do anything. And the rest of it's just mana, so this is bad. Let's see 5. Mystical Tutor, Trickbind, Flusterstorm, Birds of Paradise, Necrotic Ooze. No mana. Let's go to 4. Soul Ring, Fate Stitcher, Drift of Phantasms, and Entomb. Unkeepable. Down to 3. I believe this is the lowest we've ever seen in Lab Maniacs so far. So that's a nice little trophy, I guess. Windswept Heath, Phantasmagorian, and Fairy Macabre. So I have a land. That's something. I have Phantasmagorian, which is the worst card to see in your hand in this deck, period. That's awful. But I have Fairy Macabre, which means I can stop Sigi on Breakfast Hulk. So I kept it. Snapped it off. Not going to 2. I don't think there's a 2 that can work in this deck. Obviously, this is not the God 3 of Land Lotus Petal Hermit Druid. But, you know, it's 3 cards. I'm not going to win this game. I guess let's see if the Fairy Macabre comes up.
Sigi, you have won the die roll. Go ahead and take us off.
With a 5 on 2d6.
We rolled low.
Let's go. Here's the first roll of the game. And it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Play Misty Rainforest. Correct that for a drop. That was nice and quick.
Kind of like you.
Oh. How kind of you.
Sure. That was a compliment.
I was referring to the nice part. Not the other part. I've never been one to run fast. Tap for a green. Noble Hierarch.
Seems good.
Lotus Petal.
Mm-hmm.
And pass the turn.
All right. Draw card. Ooh, okay. That changes things. City of Brass?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mana Crypt.
Mm-hmm.
Simic Signet.
Yep.
Okay.
Take one. Add a blue and a green to my mana pool.
Mm-hmm.
Bird's Paradise.
Sure.
Damn.
Pass the turn.
Okay.
That was decent.
Draw for turn.
Yeah, that was kind of spicy.
An above average start from a below average deck.
Hey, be nice.
There's a better way to say that. A win percentagely challenged deck.
Like your opening hand?
Ooh.
Oh,
Hey!
shots fired.
3 is only 4 cards below average.
And play a Verdant Catacombs. And cast Lotus Petal.
Ooh.
Lotus Petal, okay. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Crack the Catacombs. And go get a Underground Sea.
I'm just going to put them back in my hand.
That's probably the best thing you can do right now.
I think I might help you out there, Dan. I know. Imperial Seal?
Okay.
Seems
Sure.
fine by me.
2. And I actually will pass there.
Okay. Draw for turn. That's... I'll play a Windswept Heath.
Good stuff.
Seems
And
legit.
I'll pass turn.
Okay. Untap.
3 cards in hand.
Upkeep. Draw for turn. I will play a Tundra for turn. I will tap my Noble Hierarch to make a white mana. And I will cast Nomads and Core.
Are you doing it manual?
Possibly.
I pass priority. Cobble, do you have any?
I also pass priority.
Damn.
I do not.
I have no responses.
Alright, let's
Are you winning
try
right
this
here,
again.
Sigi?
Tap 2.
Oh, he thinks he
Cephalid
is.
Illusionist.
Oh my goodness. Hardcast turn 2 breakfast combo. What you got, Cameron?
I've got no response.
Neither do I.
Cobble?
Unfortunately.
I would like to respond.
Okay.
I'm going to crack with my Windswept Heath.
Phantasmagoria.
Okay.
I am not flashing in Phantasmagorian. For a breeding pool,
Ooh.
tapped. Carry on.
Okay.
Okay.
I will target
Is that
Cephalid
necessary?
Illusionist with Nomads and Core to mill my library. If that's fine
Okay.
by everyone. I will then go on. Okay, I have a Narcomoeba trigger, so I would like to put my Narcomoeba onto the battlefield to make 3 dudes. 1 dude. I have a bunch of dudes. Okay, and with my whole library in the bin, I would like to sack 3 creatures to Dread Return a Necrotic Ooze.
Cameron.
I have no response.
Cobble.
Nor do I.
Shabooty. I'm going to discard a Fairy Macabre, exiling Necrotic Ooze. And do you play Lab Maniac in that deck?
Yes.
I'll go ahead and take him too.
Let me
Ouch.
possibly respond to that.
That's right, by the way. I kept a 3-card hand with Phantasmagorian, Fairy Macabre, and that Windswept Heath. I don't know if I can win, but I can try and stop Sigi.
So, Sigi, do you have a response, or you still cooking?
Okay, I have decided. My response is going to be... I will sack my Lotus Petal to make a green. And I will use that green to Memory's Journey, targeting Necrotic Ooze. That is all.
Okay.
Could you put that Laboratory Maniac back into exile?
Yes, I will.
Or into your graveyard and then into exile?
Okay. I have no response to Memory's Journey. Cobble.
I have no response either.
Dan.
No.
Okay.
I'm tapped out. I got nothing left.
Memory's Journey's good.
Cool. I will shuffle one card back into my library, and this... is also an exile.
Hey.
What?
Offer a cut.
Cut.
Put it on the bottom.
You're good, Sigi. Are you done?
Yeah, like this?
Are you done after that?
Yes, I am quite done after that.
All right. As usual, as it hurts. Ow. Drawing card. Oh. Now I actually have to calculate this out if this is possible. I will start with a land for turn.
I can't believe you've done this.
You know what? Do. Okay, so tap Mana Crypt for 2, tap Simic Signet for 1. Tap Birds for a red. And tap City of Brass for a white.
Mm-hmm.
Use the white, the blue, and the red. Jeskai Ascendancy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
I do not have a response. Nope.
Pretend I have F6'd.
No response.
Okay.
Pretend is a strong word. I have F6'd.
Use the green. Noble Hierarch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cradle. 2 green. Concordant Crossroads. Jeskai Ascendancy trigger.
Oh, Jesus.
Untap.
You guys are so dead.
Yep.
This looks fun.
Cards drawn trigger. Let's see. We're at... I need a different dice for that. Sure. Cards drawn. We're at 1. Jeskai Ascendancy. Draw card. This is important. Cards in hand.
3.
5.
Dose.
Okay. Discard Windfall.
No!
I have 2 green. No, I cast 1. I used 1 here. Okay. So close. All right. We'll go a red and a blue. Use the colorless red and the green. Cast Wheel of Fortune. Jeskai Ascendancy trigger.
Oh. Seriously?
Hi, Sigi.
I think the correct term in this case is buy.
Okay, so of note, I do need to actually track these. So if it ever becomes relevant, these 2 over here are currently +1/+1. Aggro may happen.
Cobble,
God.
do you have a response?
I have
I'm
2
okay with the
Jeskai
Wheel of
Ascendancy
Fortune.
triggers on the stack.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Pitch it.
I'm going to...
Let's do it.
Ordering. Untap. These guys get a little bigger.
Okay.
Naughty.
I'm going to draw, discard.
Oh no, you have 2 creatures and there's only 2 of us now.
I will discard a Paradox Engine.
We're so dead.
Does Wheel of Fortune resolve now?
Yep.
Okay. I discard Dark Ritual, Overgrown Tomb, Swan Song.
Nice!
Draw Necrotic Ooze and
Sigi is kill.
die. I am ripped.
Sigi
GG.
is-
I'll discard Phantasmagorian and Tarnished Citadel and draw 7.
I will discard
7.
Dark Ritual,
And
Reckless
not
Fire
die.
Weaver, Wheel of Fortune, Grim Monolith, and Bloodstained Mire.
Okay. So I discarded nothing.
What?
My hand was empty. So this is actually at 3. Then Wheel of Fortune puts this at 10. I've got a blue mana floating. Green and a green. Bloom Tender.
So, can you read me Jeskai Ascendancy again?
Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, creatures I control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Untap those creatures. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I may draw a card. If I do, discard a card.
Okay. And the mana that you have available right now?
1 blue.
1 blue. Okay, proceed.
Bloom Tender resolves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
No response from me.
Add one of all of these things. Oof. Green, white, and a blue. Use a red, cast Soul Ring. Jeskai Ascendancy triggers. Untap. Draw a card, discard a card. Ooh. Discard a polluted delta. Two colorless. Colorless, green, and a blue. Cast Kaidel. Tap Kaidel for 11 colorless.
Ooh.
We will tap this for one of everything.
America.
And tap for a blue and a green. Mystical Tutor. Jeskai Ascendancy triggers. I'm going to untap first. Is that good?
No response from me? Yeah.
Okay. 4, 2, 1. Draw a card, discard a card. Oof. Discarding a Tundra. Mystical Tutor resolves?
Yep.
Okay. I think that is the route we go. I put a Wargate on top of my library. Wargate. Search your library for a permanent card with converted mana cost X or less. Put it into play, then shuffle your library. Cost is X banned. Wargate is on top. Mystical Tutor is down there. Tap for 12 colorless.
Mm-hmm.
So this puts it at 23. Add to the pool. We're just going to dump
Omniscience?
blue at this point. I wish. Don't really need it though at this point anyways. Use a blue. Cast a Brainstorm. Triggers. Untaps. Make bigs. Draw a card. Discard a card. Brainstorm. Does it resolve?
Yep.
Draw 3. So this one up for the Jeskai. +3 puts this at 16. Brainstorm has resolved. Add 16, colorless. Puts this up there. We will increment. And we'll keep with the theme of blue. I'm going to cast Wargate with X of 3.
No response from me?
All good.
Jeskai Ascendancy. 6, 4, 3. I will choose not to draw. I'm okay at this point. I'm going to get a permanent at cost 3. I'm going to get a Staff of Domination and put it into play. I am going to demonstrate a loop of generating an obscene amount of mana by tapping Kaidel for 16. Paying 3 of that to untap Kaidel and another 1 to untap Staff of Domination.
And you draw your deck?
I'm going to draw my deck.
Would you like to draw another card?
No, but I would like to Blue Sun Zenith you, Dan, for a little over 200.
I can only draw like 88 cards.
Okay, so you'll
Care
lose.
to decrease that number?
I'll go for 200.
Oh.
This will shuffle itself back into my library. I will then draw another card. And Cobble, I would like to Blue Sun Zenith you for about 200.
I have a response. I'm going to crack the Lotus Petal for a blue. And I'm going to cast Spell Pierce.
I will pay the 2.
Indicate it.
I will pay the 2.
Okay,
And-
then you got me, I guess.
And that is Bruce Tarl's Wild Ride. GG.
I'm sorry, Lime Blue. I tried. We just got turn 2'd by Bruce Tarl.
And we did it! Bruce Tarl's Wild Ride got us there. And we were kind of saved by Dan. This deck really is a glass cannon. It's got a few counterspells in it. It's got a few pieces of interaction. I kept a hand with nothing. I really was not expecting Sigi to go off manually. That is not the expected route. I was expecting a Hermit Druid. And the fact that Dan kept a 3-card opening hand with a Fairy Macabre is amazing. It gave us the win. And I really could have won through aggro beats, which would have been hilarious with Jeskai Ascendancy. I didn't really keep track of how big they were at the end, so I didn't really count that. However, this kind of shows how crazy the game can go. I got lucky with a few top decks. Unfortunately, Paradox Engine got shipped away when I cast the Wheel of Fortune, so I did choose to draw with Ascendancy, and I drew it, and it was the only card in my hand at that point, so I had to discard it. I had no choice. But then I drew into multiple non-creature spells and a few more creatures. And I got enough mana to actually push myself to the infinite mana spot. I also had a tutor, which let me get Wargate, and then just won the game from there. So I'm happy with the win. I think this kind of was a lucky moment. And we'll see you next time.